This is Wadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Body TV so ni yema munyina kwaba fambra so na straightforward e mo remu e wo nua TV JB afaya Captain Smart nsamba yo omayo intino se na JB kan no yankoso na emo mpa no yankoso na emo mpa ma no no ne busua se na JB e kan ye no now JB afaya o se afa na oman ni ye adwuma afa na adwen kasa afa na nyansa egbu oman no na River Ankobra ye se ni se ni ahya aseti o oh any ate say why akase be fita pa but any ate so far Ashanti Regional Minister ne Lands and Natural Resources Minister so echo galamsey site ahodo de soja foko storming was anka ko tonkrofo wo anka de bi si wo nya seketwa innocent so fire it is something there e bebre wan kona etinya botre na hwere nyina
unya time just go online now share some past videos of Untumi Radio. Probably Obianti won't be a befuse oh, I mean.
Of course.
Eti Obianti won't Omoka Sembia, you might think that oh
yeah, country,
yes. But the Hanumuna Aya station Obianti no. Obo Wakrana, people will have interpretation to the Wada Obono.
But JB, for the MP to tell you that, it means Unia.
Yes.
For some time, yes. Or for some time now. Yejuma ayeno. Eswabam faso.
And of course,
you could see almost every Ghanaian time I to abani no be any aje. Now be any agency. Yadana say one who say Yejuma ayeno. I reflected. Ama omunye who say. In fact. You know, some of us work any MPs ni be your fine. Sometimes we are, hey, young girl was in me a mama hobby mo. You know?
Yes.
And one can send him say, and your man koye. They know it. They know. And he almost the sa a body na can want your domasi.
Memo dear.
Your domasi, he said, a brass no mu here. Yes, yeah, more. Almost some rubber.
No, it is not about, yes, I agree, but it is not about so mu here and I see here more. Unim. So Bekaya Saturn na I don't know, but I cannot be too sure. Say na Onuya TV or Honomo. During John Dramani Mahama's first time.
Onuya TV was there.
Okay.
That was
2016 there about 2012. Everybody now be
2016. TV, my banana radio. And I'm like, yeah, I think so.
So would see some of these personalities I say had Muse Onuya. Would see Captain Smart ye. Those times no wadum.
No wadum, yeah.
Saturday I'm sunu Kumasi. Na me Kingdom FM. Papa na went to America. And then some other personalities are near what platform we so Saturday Tagona or stationary.
No. A Rainbow Radio.
Yes.
Rainbow Radio.
Now utie sama. Ye kafa John Dramani Mahama ho pa na se o de compare enedie. Now the compare na nadu da kwakufu ado time a. Na nadu da kwakufu ado enya no.
Fala.
Onya no Jeffrey kra.
Ofa ne form.
Because mu MPP fo ni binom e hye sentrofo no binom achi e ma Ghana obu twantro e de to John Dramani Mahama so. Na sabi producer John Mahama oye nipa de ba. Sabi John Dramani Mahama eye nipa na wo no.
Of course.
John Dramani Mahama onu oni abusua mu enra me kasa asemwe MPP fo no binom amaye hunu sa asomu kwa no munim yansa it is who belonging to a different political party rather than their party now they feel say o de unye nipa wadwemu ha wo de ye kan kofo ye kan wo ka ho. Look, go to various places in this country and see for yourself. And near my asai, and near my abo, and near my yadi Ghana sika. And there ya, yes, so enya for swab baku sempo. I will krum ha. But yet, say, na, I say, oh, I dare no Ghana need to be saying, yo. But ben na just say oh IMPP nti di ni aka no kukuam IMPP da ekoba se eye NDC for na eye dia ye ni ko ba no say na NDC time ye nya minister deputy minister akoko horoka na sika da ne ka mu dwane ahantan ekofo awia ya ka ho asem John Eeii Mahama ye twa trotro no so ofie o Dubai. The likes of fellows for so kwachi no made someone no ya obudi dwane ahantan stand dogbe. You know, you can call a lot of names. But then there any now no ne ye kan na do da kwaku fo adon ya points ni bi hu asem. Because of Subambia no modernity. Na go for someone to be that. And you can have some people, NPP so-called NPP journalists for the B. Some of them are in the Ashanti region. Now almost so John Eeii Mahama as if he was nobody. As if already I don't know. Sabi, wo osu ni mama mo ni bua. Yen aye wa chire yeso enim hwe na ye meka ho asem soso. The NPP party egu Ghana ebo Ghana aba sesi ase nyame anya dom na John Eeii Mahama fa na yesi fo yi a ahwe do kra be gine nsem na gine nsem soso dia ye de sa sabia no ebe so ano hwe over the weekends tago.
Yes, honey.
Me call Kasape. Go so meme Kasape and they call is it Sunafunov? Yes.
And they said na Haruna Beshanzo.
There be yes, also a friend of Haruna.
Yeah, they are.
Yes, Haruna Mohammed, yes. Now trust you me, it was deadly. What is that? Oh, kwa Fondam Suyane Kwanso. Obefa Mankraso. No afatepa. I
think
sa stretch in so. Hey, na me hu ye me yam sheme.
Ekwan.
Another. Ekwan ni a. This is the main road. If as a tablet in the main road no. Ne chen say, our banka so. Ye tu galamsey assess asini na. Ye tu galamsey assess asini na. It is a china. Abai bi ba. No kaso ba be ye manka so kwan a. Onye baby enye extension. Yet me kwan ni mu. Enti ye tu galamsey wo banka so sa ma me no ka say. Me no ka say. Ye tu galamsey sa ma one person po yet me for developing manka so friend say manka so kro no. Ama ekwan a ada wo mu 50 rollers a peso. Aba pay ni dada kofo aba. Atama se bako John Eeii Mahama first one buy. Na na do da kwa kufu ado a na MPP fo gini di se hono mo die. Aya bu furuma. Ashanti region aya MPP furuma. It is a command say yenya development papa na enkokro no mu pa ye dia. Nanka ya fa bi fa kwa Ashanti region. Manka so kwan ada ne bosom. Yesi oh ekwan no e de free ebu akwa so for la ebu akwa saa de aba be sa komankan so nkohwe mankan so kwan death trap Emma NPP constituency executives ni bi po atonto galamsey ho ne ma e wo mankan so odo kra ye bi na but woda kro na sai kro na bo you don't talk about it na ye kan na mama na wuz ase mude mi ansa che obia kwakwa na asefo. No, we are not saying say we are also 100%, but you cannot have a one-sided opinion, a one-sided view. The way I'm not Ghana esi kono se Ghana for ne central for ne ya kabo mu aye tu aban no se ye tuna na nkenye na kabino ka say na kabete no so on TV ya dum no, because these people had that plan. MPP for na obo was adwe plan so me good media general MPC be crown. I mean broad daylight they told us in our faces is say mo de mo mpaye na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ba na mahu say media general on TV say mo ho ara say mu ni ho
before I'm sorry, no. Nobody, no politician, nobody. I'll bet me because bet me media general. No. Mami Kyle timer. I think that was Mr. Achu 2016, right? After change of government by a MGM, nobody. Obi anyhow. Obi our hand much be any the experience.
But you see, you see, you see, this is how they were going to frustrate the system.
Nobody.
I want to say, Dr. Time that's so the commercial hand will say, near Coco frustrated Dr. Time that's so. Say, whoa, Obeshe. Na ya cripple no. It's only just come a yard to have him. It's the first of all cripple your sponsors. Now sponsors no enya kwai e maso bia because yeah airtime ye ton. It is apart from the airtime, you don't sell any other thing than the airtime. It's about cripple sponsors now. Now unya any source of income be from radio station now.
They were still coming.
Obviously, yes, that was what they were going to do. That was their projections.
Sure. That you. Why better?
It is see na ya kasa asebwe.
Yeah, mama can no mutimunyo with the
no, it wasn't a joke. In as much as say yeah juma, yeah professional.
They try no so amfa.
Na yeah say yeah ni na no.
Na do no kura the team o nkura wantimi anhuru na ba omia.
Amamboyefo no binom. Had that plan. It is obesha. Heba fo na dodo na no mo ha do mu say no. Omunya to mu do ni wie pe hey ni asate. Yewe ya hey. And it wasn't funny. Most also na mo de the beacon of democracy say mo na mo ye hwan attractive for na mo de mo ni ma de na fa he ko se he. No. But listen to this. But me can in brief. Somewhere around 2019, Professor Frimpong Boateng a report, a comprehensive report on illegal mining. Illegal mining Emma Ghana sika ene kwaya sika fa so eden efi krom ha no mo sei. Na Tagwa, it will interest you to know, sir. Reporter Professor Frimpong Boateng de kokoma His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo no. Wa fa yin adwuma. Emma owie ya yese gu nanim ase poto basa. Emma dan dem ani na ye wani ase, it was so dirty. At a point, Professor Frimpong Boateng catch the Ghana for every year you lose over $36 billion as a result of illegal mining. You lose that because you need a kwanya your first one. You tell me Emma illegal mining no esoba for so de ma ye kru no. Enti amahodo for so ba no betam sika no de call. No more say yes na ye da ye bre. Enti akwaya ye fa so kra reclamation kra no. Na ye nye because na if you say oh we dey parties and na fa he kwese na ye dey dane amayose because almost every MPP member bia ye nim ni bia no mu na involved in galamsey. Enti na wo ti anche Tio, now it's here and che. Ya che na de che ya excavator betimi ayira. Some brothers excavator so say say bia friend say kosua.
Betimi dia show botom.
Na what time dia show botom. But excavator say to me yira. Aba kopem na kwa yehu be excavators nigu. Because there was somebody who was bent on solving and even making sure say the activity of illegal mining now SISase SISuno etobetwa senankani na to kra twakra na nka bebrase and the consequences of what the illegal mining is what we are experiencing. It's yesima masa 20 bia me da no kra kokasa There is an illegal mining going on somewhere. Mumisa, the multimedia guy, Erastus. A lot of threat messages, a lot of threat calls. Emma, here, a dupart, na mo chest and tofa, mo to say something. I say, yeah, because yeah, 2 1 1 now 1 1 is affecting a lot of people in our country. Because of galamsey, not gonna no air, especially a ma. About these galamsey prone areas, Mankaso, no Western Radio, but so who do some of these places? You bow your head down in shame. You feel sad for yourself. Go to some of these places. Asenkregwa, ko Enchi, ko Boyso, ko Jema kwa munye galamsey were horrible. Ko Asareso, and they go to all these places. Na kwata kwa ko Bogosu, ko Pristia, ko Mankaso, ko Hinehini. Call this place. Maso kwanta manso dubia. Ko bosome fra ho. Go to all these places and see for yourself. Near man buy for the year assassin na system no ka say. Assassin ni faso bia wo so. Na yeti hana se ye kasa nya sa de ma no ebo oman na. Kwabra no se ye nyai. Etimi twa kokoo. I'm not gonna see Kappa yet. We check all in the name of galamsey. Yes, I did now. My yes, so fast will be ya say yes, I say yes, so. And so every single year, Mubisa Jinapo, the former last minister, Mubisa, how much money we were spending on planting trees. Mubisa, how much money now you spend this year? You didn't hear in year. And I said, we are also a whole command for so saying. Sure, Kwakasape, I will deal with this story, probably God willing, tomorrow. One God so made now drew on one to say yes. There were a lot of natural resources. Me do me say, hey, etim yaw han mosa. And Yapan, the way I go first to train Yanni air coyer, spotting Yanni the Aquaman. At the point I felt so happy, said they have a resource to be generating income for themselves. But at the point I felt so sad, they said, other than yes, so some of way in the Aquaman, when we can make good use of them in our country. And now, Namia Wadum, now with the scanner, we see what dinosaur open Yato crab with the no man so them what they did. All the names said in Yano I scared, but in Yano you chan where you club ha. In Yano you chan where you club how. But open biatra unya no man so ne body. But a brody no edge no ko refine Viano. Now at the babaka, na ne boyful. What is wrong with us?
You are sick.
What is wrong with us? Now, if we go, tepa, everybody go so ina de come me de akọ kasape ho no mu ina no. Mfutro bia ekukofo na wote sa akwa no so Jesus Christ. Hey! Akwaya ya wode yes about 2015. 2015 na abo wode kwai no Kofi Job na yes akwa no. Till now, abandoned betra so 8 good years. Ya fa ya sample pick as po ya fa boss akwa so. E dramatro mra. Na ya the drip machine no e de akodwi kwa so say some previous am wani mo harinti mo kofa sa akwa so na mo to abanfa mayen. And you know the person that was there, the deputy sports minister, Bobi Ansa.
Hey, Kofi Job that's show.
You see, a drop about and a man of 4 a book gun of 4. It is so funny. Say your chairman, the pano kwayamu, the pano quality timu, the pano kwamaniemu, the pano and so good it a super chow and sana. As a politician, no, I the pano was say, there be my young quest are the way from the pacro. The very first time I be who politician I there be on radio. Now, one community be a report to say about WC. I say that is a public WC toilet. I say now we hear BB pump ni be back on. Now BB I say I'm just a motors BB I say what was last 1,500 Ghana cedis. Assembly this is Oniska. Tio. Assembly this is Oniska. Emma your friend confoni bia wasamu work akra. And the cracker also this is the situation happening. It will interest you to know say what I say what catch them. See a quiet man is a ni rebi fee. Look at the mentality of that MPP politician.
And your munkwa men single MPP.
I spoke to an MPP politician. Yes, me minute. MPP na me kasa. Me na for na MPP for. And this for me na for mundu 5. Me na for do na. But the reality is that even school building, e-blogger, the only surviving secondary school and work as a pay. Last one. The only surviving secondary school I work as a pay. E-blog now. Eeii Mahama is horrible. Oh, yeah, the structure now it's about 65-70% complete. Yeah, job blog next you work for 8 good years. I'm a contractor and a former not in the cohort. We just former not for 8 years in the Untiana Kada. Contractor not the former and the cohort, former didn't home baby. Of course, of Quakoye Juma. For 8 good years in the former and that's what you want to see. And I no Casaya, former and that's what you
want to make your family.
Absolutely. Emma, contractor, you the contractor man, sir, on your tables. And you come here for Kokosi. E-blog ni mono wa ye wie e packet tables no dey sisi classroom hold back tables no pro. I will show you the videos tomorrow. Na kwabrade to be for the sang ba ku say afanka e kwa wie kira e do SSC ya e ho no that uncompleted building ni mu na ye dey examination center. Tio that uncompleted building we will show the video tomorrow. That uncompleted building and the idea examination center. Na ye wie na ye ka ho asem ha. O say hey. Now, you know Kofi Amabua oil lands and natural resource minister. Opey e da wase. Anamo awutu no e anamo pa. But moi, mode mo ani si sem drop for so sem drop dey ka no kra. Mba mo adwe some better sem drop for mo hwe ni ye. Because better nyamo mami akoko. Ghana, you have that freedom. See, every single report bia Ghana ni person ohun bia anything that is of interest to the people. Is here the Bible until Ghana for in ehu. Illegal activities of illegal mining. Ejaye. Ama payini Eeii Mahama kase. Excavators are who they call illegal mining sites. Motia. Mema mo yede. Mama Munshino, Bamun Sizi, Yahubida, Nebino Motia, or Washino, Ebino Motia, no Mashino. Ye, near Sanko Bobosia, and the Coco Excavator, and I said the Coco Excavator, near the Jury Quaiso, near the Eeii Gatasmu, near the airway, near the airway, near the airway. Meanwhile, Yakwatibu Site near Sheno. It is not where it gives you a clear indication, sir. Some predators say, yes, sir, you need one, mind, never be hot. There are a lot of illegal mining activities across our various places. Sir, no person when you wash in part, no problem. But they were caught on tape, they were involved in the oral reports of activities of illegal mining. Please, as a matter of urgency, with all due respect to you, I know you are doing diligently, but with all due respect to you, go and take every single report here and you're available at your desk. Then start prosecuting them. Because those people have caused more harm than good to our country. Sanko no asay of mine no call Takwade, if you kuma and those places a hunter and that is those almost every place in Ghana you really got mine and it is so funny. A time is coming now. Why should you so be some bread obi wa pampem obi entwaniti sakora no ojina be fako for 10 minutes what we abeka se bia yasa so be kwa galamsey site because every single person is looking for a way to be surviving, but it has nothing to do with a bibia in front of galamsey is not an option. Now in the fight against galamsey, Isuo and the Yasase were heavily affected. As at October 2024, which are videos now? There are two different videos. As at October 2024, 1st October 2024, this was the state of Ankobra. Now, since I this is now February 1st, 2025. This is the state of Ankobra. It means it's Ghana, where it is not about a Photoshop. Godwin Kwakutet, the producer of the show, why the Kwakwa video we. And it is not like I said, within the shortest period of time. It's so that any yet me at why I'm a so at it because Abaya Sasa now by the one by say, or you no nonsense about to the start and say, oh yeah, that's what you are chill. Now, sir, a command say. Nasi ye di ye hu ni te say ya na ye ya dwe say ye be di braso nasi ye mpa ya pemra kwan so e de hihye papa so de ade aya e betumi aboa e ma ye akasa ye titi krom ha no so ye ho atoye hwe look at all these sites the most unfortunate aspect in this ni na e wo kwan ho. Oh, you can see them for yourselves. These are naked videos. These are naked places. Omoya galamsey no anyhow. Without any mercy, without showing any mercy to the people in that community. We are so sure to hell with you guys. But I like the approach of Kofi Amabua, Kofi Bua, the last minister. I say, wo, yachewa, yachew. Meko for wabusu ya payiri, meko for nana, meko for bibia, mabeso babe pacho. And I agree with that assertion said, and for no political color. So this in the Okwaya galamsey yachewa, yachew, yafa ukotum. We are people need that's the two I children for Kotum. Anyone that went deep body be that. A case is that's what called Abakofi. As a matter of fact, just look into those cases. Let the Attorney General give you a perfect advice and prosecute them as fast as possible. Because you didn't conform to me. So you can look at the minister and then the entourage. Now look at the young and vibrant Ashanti regional minister. Now some of them, I am there more. Oh, some of these places are who suit here say what we are ubesu. Because one, kwa hini, a hona na, as you can see, the then former youth sports minister, kwa the person so na kokoshe, a hona mo say basata tai. Galamsey has said the entire community. I'm a party chairman here. Party chairman here no one must see I no can say or no cannot talk Galamsey honiema. As I say Galamsey dibu so. Now, places within Ashanti region, places within Western North region, places within Bono region, places within Ahafo region, places almost everywhere. But hey, Oda, now surround the park, Kokoto Janim, Nasugo Jania Poyaku Posla Kachari say, what did I say? Sir, a banner auto yano, a so bafaswo. What to a bar ama a swab bafaswo because a Jenny Yansa and a year you may. Kofi Amamwa, Lands and Natural Resource Minister. Enya Daje had visited a lot of sites. But he made a very profound statement, which I agree with him. This is the Lands and Natural Resource Minister. Adri, Ene Yansa, and Kasano. Now they will chase every single individual. Now the money yame time. Our this galamsey activities ni na ye. Sa comfort buti hia se mefe no. China for. No aba sense no. Na obaswo sika no. No mo de ko. Na ye sa kobo ho no makobo bosia. E da ba be project. I mean, what kind of mindset do we have? What kind of mindset do we have as Ghanaians? So, yama China for who kwai. China for mutu me say me fe. Wo de soja be so sisia. Wo de matches so mu a de we be say pagya no. Na yama sa akofo we who kwai. No ma ba ye asase so. No betu yagudie. Ene ye natural resources a ye wo ye mamu ha no mu say. Ni yama wo kwai. No mo de akobu krom. No mo de akoyo bu huyie. Na ye asaso ma ye ho kwai. Atam ye kura. Atam ye ni monyam. Ye japade ni ye sa kosa akofo wo ho no say. Momma ye bosia na momma ye sika. Oban ni say. Oman ni wu. It is some producer. Say ye hyehyɛ. Ena ye ma kwan bia mo bia me yes ade ba wabi. Ena na kasika ni mpo ewo ye krom ha no mu se mpo a. Say Ghana for mpo ena ye illegal mining. Ena sika de ka ye krom ha no mu a. Na it makes more sense that say the ma China ni ama nakɔ. Na ye wi akɔkɔ bobo say the free China ni ho. So ya dwi say Sabio empate. Ochira ye be si ye dai. Ochira ye be tu adamo we. Ena ye be ye we. O enche kwa be ye we. It is a pete say nsu ba beto a. E no kai say oni dai a obedem. Say nsu ba beto na pete kai say da bi onu kwa say oni ba bi da. But say nsu le te pels yo. Ade te be si mi dai. No, the assumption we have is that a lot of sika our system ni more. Now came to me and this scanning they developing your crew no. But then na person mi kumia and the bra and sika peta 20. Na ya tam ye japade ne ya kwakoma wo. Ni evia ya sanso ada ye ho ne yakosa akofo wo ho no se momma ye bosa na momma ye sika atamehye. Now how can you spend over 36 billion US dollars as a result of illegal mining within 1 year? Now ye via ni yakoko IMF wo no ne yakoko bobosia 3 billion US dollars. Tifrim you are getting about 33 billion US dollars in assets. Na sas kanu say Ghana ha no mu say and you see the developing your mine. Do you know how much money or do you know what 33 billion US dollars can do for a country called Ghana? Naka a free kasape and at the last place in Ghana and and cry the first place in Ghana naka yakwa you bet me the need na gusuma sasa kraka naka school adan ye jamana shisha wuram ye beja sika e de sidi na manaka hwe enra Eeii Mahama say the agenda 111 we need about 1.7 billion US dollars to be able to complete agenda 111 and ameboa this 1.7 billion US dollars see akasi ye yi e de feed that 33 billion US dollars ni mo we have excess of money to complete our hospitals, to complete our roads, to build more schools, to do a lot of projects, to extend electricity to our rural areas. This is what we are talking about. But you're not talking about your selfish interests. Sisia, ekofo who say tam because of mine ama. Sisia, on places you will see that hey, Ghana nyako no biem. Ghana nyako no biem. A lot of businessmen are running away from our country because we are not Ghana focused in the war. Any direction, no. Driver not saying not driver said no abuada was a nobody knows. And now, John Dramani Mahama led administration. A quite be a mafasu be a met to be a prosecutor one now. A more Ghana, Eddie Ghana woo. Asa Ghana, asa yensa sene yensuo. Amose mwenye binu wache wono. Sa akofo no, mama wo fa wo ho nche won da. Na se mo tumi anya ya ne motine tukrom ha ya. Me wo maka se o, eda court de okwa a delay process da bi. O ma payin da akofo epeso, o ti bibi afra no fast track high court. Eda so ho, eda so ya adwuma. These are issues of national interest. What the next some di bia na so di bema ne huso o di fo a na japade wa ye ni na no mo ye japade no free say na mo fambo community no simple because yet be tra ha no mo say e ba kofo be ye dua e dey hand time where so say I have gold, I have money, I have this, I have that. Na wo kokko say wo kokko tu galamsey e wo ba bia na wo nye scanner na da be ye so dua say wo ska wo say when you get those people, please pick their properties. Move up so. Na move up more society, no. Move up more community, no. That's not bad for so. Let us not render any form of mercy to any individual. No. There shouldn't be any plea for mercy. Because where we are, we have come to the crossroad. Ghana must either move forward or we move backwards. We should either look at the right hand side of us and take the right decision, or look at the left hand side of us and take the wrong decision. It is says, "I never see ya near Cassa, ya better not china." Hey, and there as also a day, Yakupo de Chaye, and Nepahua, da bay. This is what we ought to do. Let us make sure we protect our lands because ya won't go credit yet to have Musea. Ya manuma afudo mu yiniba omodi ke besi yeso aboya ka che say ya mobra amaka che say hey ya pay body for ya sha protect ya sase ya boya kudie ho ban ya boya japade ho ban ema ya ma amahodo fo so China fo a omutiri nya say mafin wenum sankofo wenum atwa be di yesika akọ ya no so kwa ya nya so mfaso bia. Go to all the galamsey prone areas, communities, and see for yourself. So their development in Po and our course was acronym home. Enra. Newmont, I have Newmont. The same thing that a see our boise alcohol for 9, you cook for 9. Enra our have Newmont, Yakako will be Sakai, Akunu, our honorable. Our mind as you. Yakoko will be sick. Adaya, almost as Patricia or Baby Ria, and your friend said, for Fango, Newmont for Fango. Meanwhile, this is a known person, our community, everybody knows him. But I have Newmont, nobody is talking about it. Please, let us do everything possible. Uphold and defend our land and the good name of our land, because our land is full of natural. We shouldn't be begging for all the $3 billion US. The National Service Secretariat to for cry say the ghost names to cry say yeah $4.5 billion US. Ghost names to cry cost what National Service Secretariat and cry $4.5 billion US. Now you call Bob was here $3 billion US. Not do the animal, not can for that say, not by Obian say, Nasa for Caho, near Catchable said, Yet the Scadi na mamma. More answer anybody this ye be chemu ni ya de aba mo in trenches. Is it a Ghana we want? Is it a Ghana we've been craving for? Is it a Ghana kwame kume jade 200 ma ye na? Amanyo former Magana ye mo botodo. Especially abaye chemu aya hwe he manyama say. And it is not funny. But finally on this issue, sir, ena obi ya bone na emra no kwatia no na ya ba mra no anya adwuma na ochina obi ye the same bone na sasa mra no ekwatia na wo ya nipa bone ni mo ya mamra no atia. To our judges, to our judiciary, please, remember you for Ghana ni beer. What both Ghana and Ghana who ever facha no da. Some about him. No grant a demonstration. I don't cry see until be that. I'm yet him ranting no bow as I be cocotumu. I don't cry see until be that. Demonstration no. Now beer. What side Ghana? What go to a former good year? What say assassin? What say yes? Sadi pakwa de yafa no chanana. Na ya trama court no ache be 3 years, 4 years na samba ku pedi etiminka. Let us assure some paying kufo e ma fast track high court. Eya juma e wo Ghana ha no mu say I think that it can work today. Say the beya a bit miama attention not the sanity at the above memu because we cannot live like a banana republic. There should be a lot of sanity in our system because the level of impunity in the system is extremely too much. The impunity in the system is extremely too much, and we cannot take this anymore. When we are would say, kidney are affected. Your health is getting affected, and you are what you want to now. So, would they weigh young man yourself? Would they weigh young this? Would they weigh young PP? No. Now, my members are issue of vetting in as for issue. That's a mammy vetting on the course of vetting. I want to me person me tell them maybe asking. Wejak Bawe, my member of parliament. Vetting an interior minister designate, a deputy interior minister designate. Now Obisane say, what is the botanical name or the scientific name for precursor? Interior minister designate, deputy interior minister designate. And the question of what is the scientific name for precursor, and I'm here. Ask relevant and interesting questions are about to putting the deputy minister on his toes. Now what to me are thinking outside the box. What's the precursor D at the same? Hey, now where you are also command alawa because or your committee member. Wait. But me anya daja salaya kokoto abade amawi. What if the video is ready? Me pesa ye tie video na san maba beka mu asem. Ye vete kofo se ye pesa ye hu adwempa eda wotrim. Ene butaye a wode baba ye ministers and deputy ministers. But we don't vet people based on unnecessary issues. It looks like we are putting square pegs in a round hole. Share the reaction of Nananoma Tinakunya, Nananoma Hinfuamuba, Vet Nasibi. You can look at their posture and feel that as MP, as a Nadrin Mfa, as a Adwini Moha. Now look at the reactions of the MP, the Nananoma Tinakunya Motito. Nipe Okwakoye deputy interior minister. No one beside say what is the scientific name for precursor? This is the same man. Where the cocoa to table no veterans. This is the same man. This is the same MP. I'll say veteran this was the gang leader. And now buyer was such a suit about tie as a gentleman. Now I quite now could be a questioner. An interior where science and technology minister Paul. When your science and technology minister and what say what is the scientific name for precursor, then it will make a lot of sense. But a deputy minister designated for interior. I'll go to post for so. I'll go to prison for so. Now, ubisa the same way are. No, and I wonder why the chairman of the committee even allowed this question to be answered. I don't get it. You've lost it. Your parliament full of Game Boys, criminals. Because now it has become the highest bidder. So everything goes. Anything goes. Ye nyasa bin producer anyansa fo a ye do be kokko giram da se bedwam e mo hwemra e de ma Ghana na obi bisa se precursor ado de be yankwan no hwe it will call parliament most of the first timers on what ho no mo a now show money part moves away it's a wrong choice or why get prepared why get ready to about parliament. Now let me leave you finally with this. Now, me wafa, Uria Francis Emra. Now, Ghana, Yesumai, any yeniye na kwa said the first gentleman of the land. Asa make a very deep. Nyabuta na tie the ye pa. Ghana addressing very, very well. Imagine, sir, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama was sorry no partner or Juma or co office. Now I shared the most expensive suit. We bought the most expensive tie. We shared the most expensive shirt. We dressing come out to say, oh, we're dressing nicely. The Sikakoko Guguni chair, the common and the sun, for watch and bono, one of the most expensive watches in Ghana. I am not saying that is how he has dressed right now, but I'm making an assertion said, with all these ones, and Yama Echan was here. Now, was a John Dramani Mahama, what dressing come no the traffic as SS Kababuni say. What should I was addressing? Now a fitness got him the form. A good year kwa. Now what would the same man no jina kwa who knows this is car. Obebuni say. This is the country called Ghana. This is the state of Ghana. Yawa bibia. You can't go there yawo in essence. Go there shasa simuha. Our Ghana ha ye 1/3 mponwie ye wo bauxite ye wo magnesium ye wo aluminium ye wo oil ye wo rubber ye wo lithium ye wo every single resources but ye wia ni atam ya kra Mahama ye bida na nado ye bida o mapai kufo ye bida atam se ye bida ni atam ya kra ni akwasa akofo wo yobutiri answer mafi kofo bo ni potwe we ni asramo say yasramo mama $3 billion Ghana cannot survive. And with all these resources, Ghana is still recognized as a junk economy. Is it a type of country you want to live in? And another country will be said, so like a Ghana ni seven previous will be all proper a form. So our ya Ghana ni and like a year 10,000 pound and Casani Paco Yasino. Sadaka yetia obia or prepra, seven brothers or prepra. Yetia the 10,000 Ghana, 100 million, Bosome Krampo and Kasani Pakoli Sisino. Looking at the kind of resources I war have, looking at the Sika, ya wo Krum Hanumuse. Naka ye, Ebuka Kasi, yes, come a bray. Near the Bichama who work for so. US of a dead war. What do they have? China for a dead war. Other neighboring countries are more resources for your Kobobosia and the basic ICT center. What do they have? They don't have anything, but they have a certain leader who has a correct mindset. And if you're Burkina Faso, yeah, to me, say, I'm a tomatoes kekempo, ye craft Burkina Faso. Jene keke, ye cra. It's in there, ya two more than more pass. Burkina Faso, ye tomatoes, boy, day. Can you imagine this? One Kwame Nkrumah those days, I don't say by Jimmy Bread, a quasi tomatoes factory, I will win chi. That machine, no, and there's a factory, no, as to what must see a pro. From Akuma Dai to Wenchi is about less than 2 hours, less than 1 hour. Yeah, sure, Emma from Akuma Dai to Wenchi. Factory Kwame Nkrumah Sisi Honomo, a pro. Now, ya Saswa Tamia. Ni attempts to do so poor and their crop Burkina, their cocoa crack tomatoes and their bar. And there, get a nipper saw your ringer. No other turn, sir. This is a good about day. Meanwhile, good near to Yukrumha. Sufi North constituency, especially Newmont, a honomo, Nipakunkuma started a coso honomo. Enrichi, ya stable one gentleman, he's been stabbed there because of mining related issues. I cost war horrible. You see what was a kukum conformable or wasano. Similar thing AC ever have for Newmont. And unfortunately said the member of parliament or had must say bedin combo. But quickly my starting free Ivan Hormona. Yes, started ending combo. And Ivan, as usual of us, there is this man he's helped so much, so well. When it comes to employment opportunities, I mean, no why he's been there for quite some time now. As you see, I mean, say because of a buying society, there's a position do a free near there. I don't know. These are people I feel strongly say they can also be fit enough to be in position as well. No more to me about the discourse of our country when it comes to job creation and its related activities. Yenim Solomon Afutu Kwete. Abrado Hono no waye Juma chair na symphony na business administration, human resource management. He's been a project manager for different companies as well. Currently, one of the finest guys when it comes to NDC mu near there. But as it stands now, some of them are still marking time in their faith. But you hear the employment opportunities near there.
Yeah, after elections, new government in play or try to mobilize resources, both human and whatever, be able to lay hands on just to ensure speedy up development, because that is what exactly Ghanaians are looking for. So if you look at the human resource available to government now, you need to make deliberate efforts.
Yes. Now
we mop up all the brains that are required to fix the country now. Person will build because we say we are building.
By the way, fashion fee per yes.
Okay.
Yes, I mean okay.
Yeah, say we are building the Ghana we want.
Yeah, sure.
They have forgotten to add. They say we must build a Ghana of our own design and our own creation. Sebaya ebetimi affect the space in the yepe na yetimi akọ. So in that particular regard, I think the president will have to look into the fold, and individuals with the requisite whatever that is needed to help us ebetimi they are building your mind, or we need to tap in, because nipa na the teacher of mind.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I think as a president, every single brain be on mind no biya no every right to tap into just to ensure say the vision whatever that you have will be realized. JB, I think say recruitment one of the major issue a topic for discussion, especially after this 6 December 7 December recruitment brouhaha. I hated the street. A dominated discussion across various portals and various platforms. You know, sometimes when you watch some of these things, you begin to ask yourself, there are 2 ways to this side. Some people on the other side of the political divide.
Yeah.
MPP for a binom taking to social media, embarking on a massive moral crusade. Omo ayafa omo no. Omo koso no omo ye adwuma because omo ye Ghana for omo ye say yes, that argument is fair. Because you see yet your mind mu ade obi e pe no so benya adwuma ye.
Sure.
Na yetimi aboa ma oman no atumpon akɔnanim. Enti se obi ewo da nimdia na obi anya akwanya akowura aban adwuma na oye adwuma, it is only fair and right said that person no betimi akoso na waye na adwuma. But the question we are asking say unua so we have quite recently the course in 2016 in 2017 after say aban change year Osafo Manful tape is still available or justify why necessary then for the government of the day to lay off individuals aban na form of the within a specified period.
Yeah.
That particular incident in AC, now I was suspecting say as a reasonable government then a certain initiative will be adopted to ensure say this transition act making sure say we build a certain legal regulation be able to me I regulated that particular thing say maybe a kotoa bar from 7 to this particular period to time of transition because no recruitment and because a freeze period. Then you know say this particular thing is regulated by law. But who buy ya be saki amount for the coin who exit the same thing now or criticize we amount for the free or no. You did the same thing.
Yeah, sure.
It did a question they say what is your moral locus this time round to be running around the media and backing out your friend saying media campaign say ya saki amount for and saki amount for and I think going forward, the reason why your mind were young tumpon is a JB.
I see.
This particular idea see, we may wake up the next 8 years and we will come back to the same discussion here.
Sure.
So what I'm employing government to do is we need to look at the Transition Act. Now you're making sure that this freeze period is embedded. Say we are on the 7th to the time of transition at that period, even though the person in charge is still the president there, but because there is transition going on, because you see, the constitutional framework, it created that window, assuming say every president will be reasonable and will be sensible enough that that period, you will not be packing people. But as black people, whenever we get power, we abuse and do certain things. So within that period, Obeya making sure that the next chapter will be very horrible for you. We saw it when President Kufuor was exiting power.
Yes, sure.
Now, single spine salary structure. During his time, he could have implemented it.
Yeah.
But then it was rolled out. Thinking that the new government will come and make sure that payment. We saw the challenges the new government, Mel's government went through in the implementation of that particular thing.
Yes.
Because he's not looking at whether you have money or not. Yes. And you cannot, your friends saying, me and go back. But the very moment you go back, the policy is to benefit workers. You become an enemy.
Yeah.
So I say, you set a trap and a man wakotum. And that has been the kind of way so I'm expecting that this time round, whether justifiable or unjustifiable, this particular dismissal, because the government of the day will also have reasons and justification as to why he need to do these things. But I am looking at the solution aspect, and the aspect is quite simple. Let us look at the Transition Act and make sure that this freeze period, is embedded in the law. From that period to time of transition, transition, so one fa nothing will happen. It's a period of 1 month, and I think that is something that we need to do. Young come back the next day, and they will be doing the same thing. That is the name a taking media discussion that we move on. JB, me no better have a car about this. Ghana form citizenship, allegiance, or co-parliament. Your friend is saying tam hefana obi parliament and journey yabra your friends papaya or we central the buyer so double identity on friend say jachi question case ba okroma say the argument was that sabra ye onya ne license ene onya Canada ni biem no na your friend saying was started process or the parliament as we speak maybe say obi parliament where exactly that the process in a beginning nobody can tell whether said a brand panel form they come easy yato abawie and I swear in so there are these gray areas a ban ye di achire enya kota eni ho when you do some of these things you see these ambiguities give you judges that discretionary powers to decide whichever way because they said the law is at the bosom of the judge so because there are a lot of ambiguity on our clauses, and judges that discretionary powers to decide, baby, or the you can't do anything about it. And unfortunately, we live in an era where it has proven sufficiently that some of the judges are so corrupt like hell. And can you rely on the discretion of such people? And that is a problem. So I think most of the problems now, and that there is a need for us to look holistically into some of these things. Now you're making sure rebuild it for the future, and some of these things now we will not come back the same day and be discussing the same thing. And I'm happy that decision by President Mahama said 6 March pass back and forth. JB over the years growing up, over her soldier force and police force tuntuma we are winning and namu there is nothing sensible about that particular thing. Over that when na amount of money I see ya wasting.
That was
6 March celebration. We so now no time because I say, are we really independent as a country? Kwame Nkrumah's statement said the black man is capable of managing his own affairs. Through this bad governance, in the last 60 years, we have demonstrated clearly, we are incapable because of greed and indiscipline. So the Independence Days, should be a rude awakening for Menewo. Now you're making sure that we do sober reflection on our failure and the need to rebuild this country. The sense of nationalism, patriotism are gone.
It does not work.
Partisan activism and taking the center stage. It will be here taking decision. Ghana no ma means me farmet cat no ma. There is that sense of nationalism anyhow. So I am suggesting the Independence Day should be a national flag waving day. Let every single Ghanaian be a Ghana flag. Yes.
More cars,
cars, or Danya. America, most of the buildings, American flag.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yes, so it will be a critical awakening to you. Say, this is your country, you own allegiance to your country. Sure. Let us do things to ensure, I don't know, there might a certain symbolic relevance be done. Regional level, the budget amount of money or must spend it on 6 March. Now we are free Ghana at 50. You have 1,000 time. The amount of millions are echo. Yes. You celebration we not still krati biase. So what is the essence of it? So I think that has come for us to prove sufficiently. We are reasonable. Must seek to benefit the interest and the welfare of the people of this country. Now you're making sure that kind of attitude, and so I am saying, it's a right call. The president has cancelled most of these things, but going forward, we need to ensure so on that day, every single Ghanaian will have access to a Ghanaian flag. Wave it, put it on your car, building baby will be now any reminder. Now you say we are losing our very essence as a Ghanaians, the sense of nationalism, patriotism. No, we need to awaken that particular spirit in the average Ghanaian. To a certain extent, I believe there be a certain interest. Now, governance in a package of yourself partisan way you roll out things benefit you for that kind of way. No, I know the majority of the people who queue to vote for government, don't end up to be beneficiaries. But there are a lot of social programs that are available. The last time I was telling you about rent. See, a solve rent issue Okroma, now you issue executive fiat be say no landlord should take more than 6 months. Okroma, do you know the problems it will solve in this country? There are laws, but who is implementing? These are some of the near marketing get here who am bedrin say but anything. When you do some of these things, you solve a lot of problems. Obi your national service, JB, our cry. National service, how many years?
1 year.
1 year. Or behind our cry, cities so 2 years advance. Now 1 year, I can never tell them, and papa never tell them. I'm asking.
Oh, you have a best to work cry.
Now, I not just best to cry.
Well,
you see, there should be a proper way to go about some of these things just to ensure, say, we create comfort for ourselves because the whole essence of governance is to create comfort, solve problems, so that Nipa will live freely. It's not an avenue to talk as I can say the Maya when we live your friends that kind of life. Can you for that in class? We are not a crowd or come Mayo Clinic. I could see care in the US. Obi ote konongo oyarea or maybe akwa togo crow to be nko maybe akwa passport crow nibi but that person is a Ghanaian, he's supposed to benefit. I think we need to just look at things in the way betimi aboye nyina
Mati say Ivan Mama call Godwin mama hodum na Godwin
JB
quick one on this issue
Maminchia mi ko panelist Maminchia Ghana for menya mere 80 Onua TV JB you see so same way, I thought, say, it has come to a rest because you didn't come more for the past, I think 2 weeks and not 3 weeks. I can tell you on authority that BBB anywhere best. Looking at the facts, so almost your own court, Honorable Vincent Asifua and Nana B, the failed national organizer of MPP, so I'm mobilize those affected people, normally one court. I can tell you without any shred of doubt. Say, at the Papa Bia and Fimumba. So, let me tell you one thing. You see, the person made it two in the right perspective. JB, say your party Bia, our moral rights. So, be question in Niema Ekoswa and yet the MPP. And any MPP ni Bia, why not doing say? Or question the akosono, or a hypocrite.
That I agree with you.
Or a hypocrite, I'm telling you this.
2017, with a quick one. 2017, Kwaku Ajimamenu revoke
about 8,600 and something. Yeah, more that
health workers of more Ghana say. And nobody spoke about it.
That is it.
So,
say the American MPP ni biya or person question the action biya. A hypocrite. And another thing is here bear in mind is a JB. Ghana nibi and Ghana nibi in chain be. Article 17 of the Constitution's place as equally. Equally. Mamma of brief history. Party almost share revocation of appointment as say in Ghana. As shall say with the UP tradition. In the year 1969. Apollo 568 say okaya.
Yeah, sure.
Dr. Buzia obedi ade wo Ghana ha. Purported say nkrofo bi wo Ghana ha. Omo ye eduma, omo ye anti ne party. And you yi Ghana public and civil servant. Baku 600 and 568 AD. With the mind say no they are in cahoot with the previous administration. And they did the term Apollo 568 eba Ghana.
Yeah.
That same UP tradition and Ababa MPP.
I see.
After Buzia, Ghana yen experiencing any mass sacking of recruit people in this country. Yebi?
Yes, sir.
Yes, may I admit to say there have been pockets of sacking in all other government. But I'm being specific, say, apart from the sea Buzia, na ye mass no, na being see what Ghana had that until the same MPP led by Nana Danko Akufo-Addo be there in the year 2017.
I see.
Osaki nipa more than 13,000. Also purported say, omo ye NDC for ayafa. Nipa more than 13,000. Doctors were affected, nurses were affected, teachers were affected. It is so ye pobia over the moral right to question the equation and your MPP. And your MPP. Besides, JB, Emra MPP lose election na ye war transition period on the 13th of December 2024. The NDC side of the transition team, yen spokesperson then, Honorable Felix Ofosu-Kwakye, issue an official statement say it has come to the party's attention say MPP 4 fan Crawford even though omo lose election into omunya careful ama to the extent say omu ye even payment huge sums of payment so you sounding warning to them say ye any problem and je be tie I am very careful you ye any problem say mo be fan Crawford and ye any problem say mo be tua bibia but emri na ye wo me fa the transition no ye hwe said ya niema akoso for the past 4 years into document no ye gusu ehwem into samusha say there is the need say ye tua kebi na ye fa ni pebi we adwuma mu a ye bi reasonably good governance requires say ubebo aban foforo na oba no amane na ye nyina ya bobo hu na ye gidi say there is the need to pay, there is the need to recruit. The NDC side was ready to give way, but sir, wise advice way fell on deaf ears. Emma on the 17th of December 2024 also issue a second statement. And one more paragraph 2 or 3 of that statement. Ostati clearly said the government disregarded that advice. It is a bar. Obibia ya fandi biano yebeyin. Until that warning was even sound before John Mahama was handed over this country. What am I gonna say?
Interesting.
But you see,
making that argument. Are they not Ghanaians?
Don't worry, they are Ghanaians. When I end, you understand me.
Okay.
They are critical of this. They say, Sanka Omu go through the right recruitment process in accordance with law. You any problem? Jebi oti hanum. Send ne wejumera. Edi an employee ebaha enda. Ubetimi ehu da ye fa no wejumem. Anameboa.
Yeah, sure.
Because mo amu ye ejuma wa ayi na amunyim ho.
Yeah.
So enye say ya boy ensre mu ne ese omu nkofi o. They are Ghanaians in the various institutions who have been able to tell us say nipa asemesi endra ni ndre ti ya na o se ejuma ase. Na so ko hwe ne appointment letter mu a ya backdate.
Your fan will be about 2 months.
About 2 months, but in real term, no. Your fan after 7th December. And JB, Ghana, your merchant say, over far obi we do memoir. Especially government sector. First, over your internal advert. I should say, position na a vacant no. Obi wo mu dada. Our qualification na. So when na obi a na why external advert. JB, most of this recruitment advertisement was not done, but the brain at management level. Indeed, the procedure kind chief of staff on Krata also is against good governance, and there is no good governance that requires onya advert. 2, JB.
Yes, sir.
Aside say omanya advert no. The brain po antro application letter.
Oh, sir.
A true protocol. Many didn't write application. 3, aside 2 when the brain so anko interview.
Wow.
Anko interview. Shall JB MPP 4 so only one very well. I will say idea where can in ano. If indeed JB omuye advertisement and crofo through application omu converting even if anka my financial clearance and I say in the last budget or mid-year budget review omo capture in that budget say this institution you better nipa asemesi and by this time MPP would have brought documents because they just left power and about 90% of document or mujama yeno omo copies.
Interesting.
So the asanya yana say aside say omanya advert ebi entry application omanko interview now send a backdate omo appointment letter no
as a chrono
JB
but whoever did
oman capture even in the budget. Let me tell you, in the year 2021 the then finance minister Ekatira yen say you were under an IMF program and you part of the requirement in say there is a freeze on employment for 2022 I think 2023 I think one of if my memory set me right and JB before MPP befi abenwa so no there was no day we were told say IMF lifted the ban on recruitment into when you amfa nipa January February March April May June July August September October because you were under IMF. When did IMF lift that ban? India just after 7 December you started recruiting. David the immediate make a question say so what question you but the make a question say the year can say NDC promises say a bar. Our manifesto was geared towards creating jobs. And then Yamiadum Passport Office announced the 24-hour economy. Andra Mihu say Ghana Publishing Company also announced a possible 24-hour economy. Ya setting a committee to look at how the respective institutions who make running 24-hour economy can start running. Jebi Yabefa Ghana mebunu we jumem. Not the unemployment rate now ye jama at single digit in the year 2016 one omuja 14.7 MI it will come down. All right. Until the year can in say Matisse Felix Ofosu-Kwakye, honorable in charge of communication at the office of the presidency, the deputy Shamima Muslim. Okay. They have all said say yebema an opportunity. Yakase Kofi just a young foul. But because MPP are buying a boom rasuna or more for good governance, so foul. You go and be in the house. Say all the institution human resource audit. No year. Now you can't budget year. Now you who sika ya wo sika parliament be approve. Because it is based on the budget now wait me there afan for. Say you read those procedure. That respective institution in chief of staff be an opportunity no more be for vacancies so also say oh you qualified no, the NDC government will take you through the right process and employ you the MPP phone come and because what is good for the goose is good for the gander. MPP for yet better human beings than NDC for 2017 NIPA over 13,000 were sacked none of them complain, so they should be quiet. Interesting. The Godwin Mahama, or NDC communication team member. Now, my member, the member of parliament for Esutufi North, that is Ebenezer Kweku Ado. But before then, we are told to say the former minister for roads and highways, Joe Gatti, has been summoned by the National Intelligence Bureau for questioning on the Ghana SkyTrain project. He would be interrogated as part of the ongoing investigation by the NIB into the feasibility and financial dealings of the Urban Railway Initiative. Just about 30 minutes ago. Inti say NIB, that is the National Security for I invite Era Jogati Sombra, Omujina Seha, Osimbra form. Enra Suso Yajanti said the accountant award the National Service Authority, also Yafreno for interrogation by the NIB. Also, your friend has started investigating until that is just by the way of news. Yeah, honorable. Mamu akwa be na ye share the issue of employment. Mo ban ba mo starting pamon for.
Ye bi me da se bebre. Ma menchia ahwefo nyina na ene ye mra shebedwafo a omampanyi Mahama abo omudin se omomameye deputy ministerial positions no momame occupy no. Yeah. Mse vetting started nra ene mu ebi mo so kwa ye ma omu nyina atiri nkwa enim se ombebo adwuma nti even before the vetting starts no, it starts at 10. Yeah. Before the vetting starts no, me more congratulations. Na efa public sector employment issues are ekoso nyina no me free say mabuna e wo Ghana should cast their mind back. No omo hu say aban bi aba be di akonwa wodi o mabro pa. Me the back and forth we say no. Me free say me nko ho. Because ye nyina ye Ghana for said the minuanum mienu adi kan ya kan. Ba ye Ghana for ni nyina no Ghana emra na edibu oman no. Enti say oye obi a odi mra so na oye Ghana ni say uphold the constitution na me free say the akoso yi no yemfa nto nsane ani na yemhwe kwan a ochena bi ebi nsibim meka ne sa no me free say NDC led by Professor Eeii Mills and John Mahama abra ye fa akonya na ebetena akonya so in 2009 Ghana for witness say amamu a na yenim say eyekọ yenim na sesa sa amamu na no ebeto aso say obekai say Professor Eeii Mills ne nyamefa ne kransie abra obeye omampanyi no even with DCs oma MPP for DC and oma appointee
yes I'm extend your
for almost 6 months.
Yes, that's true.
Or ye nesa to make sure say aban besesa na aban awa babe yi adwumayefo adi basabasa no saa de ni nyina no eto obetwa. Fast forward in 2017 NPP led by Akufo-Addo ene Bawumia omo ba ya na omo hyase esake edipadodo aya kan say almost 13,000 public sector workers omo esake omo nyina. In August 2017 osafomafo etimi kan say public sector no kra no emu ayema enti there will be a need to even lay off workers. Emu hwa na ne mamienu
akonya deputy director of
Senate.
Yeah.
Enti ede na ama we nyina bande. On say Osha the Presidential Transition Act no. Enya kwa say act no stipulate say 24 hours after declaration of presidential results no. There should be a presidential transition team.
Yeah, sure.
Section of the act no so echere kwan ya meeting kra no emfaso ema 48 hours. That is said 24 hours no after declaration of presidential results no. The president elect and the president na woteso no. Se enye aban na woteso na ya san toama na woto aso a it means there is going to be a president elect of another party and the sitting president of the incumbent party. And amrano actually say 24 hours pepe say you declare presidential results ni we are the yato abama no enti abejafo the hotel kunya so no so enti abejafo na within 48 hours omushi anye meeting and the Ghana youth should ask say 48 hours no omo first meeting no ede nhihye ya na say ede asem ne course during the meeting eno na philosopher sukwachi ena majority leader Mahama Yariga ejina the floor of parliament ama Ghana for who say abra transition team no shia no omu nyina gitumu say they should hold on with all recruitments.
Oh, okay.
So a record. Parliament is a house of record. Yeah. It's a majority leader ejina parliament ama Ghana for who say omu shia sa meeting no and somewhere course bi ni you say halt with any form of recruitment. But the then government no insist say omunya hand over ne de Ghana to me nukuta omo ho kan say omo ye de omo pay.
Oh really?
Meaning they had set aside some part of the provisions in the Presidential Transition Act because the Presidential Transition Act no akacho say within 24 hours they should form a team. Within 48 hours, team ninshia. Whatever transpired in the meeting of the team no becomes part of the provisions of the constitution indirectly. Because Emran actually musebu ninshia. Until the mobile can be ano, Emran no support it.
I see.
Now say team no, the president elect team no. Ama mati asese say enwuma fa bi ekoso a mon halt until say handing over ebekoso but you insist say we na oti aban mu nti de open na obeya me feel say Ghanaian youth should know say the MPP government a disappointment because one o present a budget in parliament before elections one make any provision say there is going to be a recruitment enti while locate sikase as ankrofo no say ofa omo a ye de betua omo ka sisi ayeka say NDC mfa budget mai it means say MPP budget omo ye no last year no enumu an ye wa ye bu man no
yeah
meanwhile you didn't make provision for the payment of salaries for public sector workers who intend this obeden obefa omo enti adenti na ye to aba na hu se wo luso no ade a untwa ho sika nto ho okoka kire obi se wo mra meye adwuma where are those people going to be paid from?
I see.
Enti Ghanaian youth the American say omonka omakoma to omyem NDC we are doing the right thing and we are promising them say enye so obi nya adwuma anye nemum awase eden hihye yegu akramu a adwuma na wo beye no say wo beye adwuma wo anidaso say wo beye adwuma ma ye tua woka because say ye ka say omu nyina na omo eba mu after December 7 for no nkoso nya adwuma na aban ne ka say okay December January February March yentua woka afi na NDC be budget afam ho na ya start atua moka onim de be so Ghana ha be ka say adwuma efo aye adwuma 3 months 3 months yentua moka na eno so abe na ne another issue enti pam no twa no NDC aban no say munyina no monka makoma nto ye wo de monkotena fie kakra ye ba be ye budget ye be ye nhyehyeye a ye de be fa adwuma efo nyina enti wo a wo ye Ghana ni bi a wo qualification say nursing training na wawi o say teacher training na wawi o say school bi a na wawi a o qualify say wo ye adwuma public sector no John Mahama aban ne say kan wakoma to yem kotena fie kakra after budget which is March ya no nhyehyeye ba munyina no ye be san aden afa mo adwuma.
And let me also say this is moi anya kwenya modeda nursing and teacher nursing schools ahodo ene mo amoda mo in charge of postings please munya nkofo sika jeje mo in charge of postings say you fa we di na ko ha no mo betumi aye but not necessarily so be jenipa chronic scars na wa ya ma no munya dwurim die ne keta hyehye no because it's not helping the discourse of our country. But honorable I miss also started every hand must say na me fa won call the other side ma Ivan so sombrem na Eeii Mahama sombrem na Sutufi North your constituency we are told to say enrich ya costa bi obi wo ho no because of galamsey and mining related issues. Tell us more.
JB, in fact as Sutufi North it's becoming one too many.
Is it becoming a notorious community?
No, not necessarily say a notorious community, but the meeting me can say in terms of security no. I'm saying Newmont your constituency and I'm a constituency.
Okay.
O two former good year. Na Osha says o two former good year and that was 2006 2nd June and or poor in the first gold. Nemo moba wache. Anyame aboa mo anyamfa so ene or say be another site or a free spy yam for na susan so. Osan kwa achim akunya mfa so ama im say a hodwuma die no de diversity cha abam waton. But Kenya say de na ekoso. Na Newmont dwumadi a odi no odi de boa in terms of taxes rates ne de keka ho bia no ade a oye de boa wasan so a form a foundation through that foundation no community no so nya some percentage ya de ye mpuntu dwuma but omudwumadi na omudi no ba bia eyama Newmont din asay anase ye bo na ye bo Newmont di bata ho a emmoa omo the way the security detailed over there it treated mamufo
how
JB in November 2022 I think 14th November 2022 Newmont security detail men can say police for omo elbow Newmont assassin ho ban. They chased some youth into the community. Sanka fan say omo ebe fa de kra na say illegal mining bi no omo ye wo concession po a omo hu no omo adwane.
Yeah.
They chased them into the community. Opened fire at them.
I see.
Killed one in the process.
Hey.
Yes. Killed one in the process, injuring the others.
Wow.
2022. 6 of August, yeah, I think 25th August, 2024. Security detail, omu chesi youth no, Newmont forward dam. I'm saying, "Omba insu na dada hono mono a divert yam insu na koboa no baby a eye dam omu de eye omu dwumadi a youth no ekoto dam no." Obi anto mo hwe omu chesi omu baako omu chesi e no ebi to dam no ema omu wuye no just this January ena mene dissect no ye meeting ayetu anamo body no since August na body no that we should free ma even family no obu nyam kosie.
Wow.
Afei ana busuafo na nya body no a omu ayeden omu akosie 8th January, immediately after swearing in of NDC government, 8th January, 3 young men, and I think I sent the video to you.
Terrible videos. Very dangerous
videos. Video now. There's all indications say any number concession na they were unarmed. And so but if you look at the video, it presupposes
from the back.
The back. And it is a police for no and even decided to pull their shirt down before firing at them. You have the video. 5 different gunshots. Nakoma, Neyem, Nechi, Nesrim, Nipabako. And the private security detail permanent information police commander no because me tell Sembia me frɛ enya source on anase minya update and sana makamasem. This is a bigger platform.
Yeah, sure.
The district police commander for Asutifi North, DSP Ankan, Paul Ankan.
Okay.
Or catch them say, "Sir, incident na asi enrechi no."
The
Estabi obino. The private security detail I want Newmont. I from Protection.
Okay.
For no be and any boys ni be allegedly say boys no almost omo betri fuel. Free dump trucks in the but minim the kind of training and security for no the more. And you know the West and I say and say when I met the district security council, they briefed me on the man and say, "Sir, police for omo Newmont concession or mobile concession no by no." And you local policemen, they were directly deployed from headquarters. And because they were deployed from headquarters, they don't report to the district police commander. Can you imagine? Say Oba will be jurisdiction. Ababeye Juma. So I don't know how Dampare is managing or using the security to do certain things. Because me na me waha as a police commander. The minimum crisis is soldier ni kra no. Oba holidays I me police station by me crew ntotroso. Me ni aba ko soldier ni. So oba fia or the who police for say waba.
Yeah, sure.
Ebi ana bibi because ombi hia ne moa na say na omonso ahu. So how come say a whole Newmont mining company na you deploy police every Accra say omomra mebo Newmont ho ban. Na the police command na ewo district no. Enyawe. Omo report to. Enti the Akosono no, he said, "Makuma cases na mabos."
Now, you're a member of parliament. Have you made this statement on the floor of parliament to indicate, to draw the attention of the interior minister or minister responsible for Sanemawi?
JB, Enra, me J briefing from the district police commander and we no. Me Sunday, me deputy majority chief whip. I send no information. I may say ne. You be two and amona parliament speaker Amame Kwai. Amama make that statement on the floor. In fact, I've prepared the statement and forwarded it to my second deputy whip. Mr. Parliament, the leadership no BBR, no, you confer with the leadership for same to be allowed said the obetima enti ye tu ho na mo but youth no ye mu bi ne omo akasa ma ene sa situations no won't say basabasa ABS and omo timi anya abotra because they believe in their leadership and enti ya abroso mekasa abroso you cannot value the life and I say you cannot value you cannot value gold or fuel more than human life and new month almost safety the almost for niagro in fact say who twika na say owo kure twam a yes I say ugina mo owo ni twam an say o de car no say o de fa no so na new month mpanyimfo e chiwo say o de car kra abo a obetimi akofi enti ade nti na nipa nkwa ye ka say ye say obetwi fuel and I say wabaye concession enti no nipa 3 police for abo mutu ene yentewe ye hu investigation baby akwakosi
anyway you better ask what Adam say Godwin that's the issue
Mami, I'm picking it from this angle for me sometimes the statement on the floor of parliament everywhere one too many. I say, I know about the order of the day. As NBC or constituency, the best you can do is say, Speaker Bema Wakwenya na wakasana ya capture in the Hansard, and your constituency seeing you on the floor of parliament and speaking. I said, yeah, boy, it is not to say it is not good, but the American say. There are times without number and Crawford making such statements and some relative statements on bad incidents in constituency on the floor of parliament. It was only left in the Hansard. Now must refer. I said it on the floor and Hansard captured it. It is not enough. That is the first thing. So I think if Ubetimia yewo Parliament must be ready, say, after MPBR making such critical issues on the floor of Parliament. Ombe taking the bull by the horn. Na solution and nipa na require no. Ometimi abo abanija. Because checks and balances. No mabo abanija. Na abanetimi aye de say obeye. And it is like the Parliament of Ghana is more of theory than practicals. I think we must change in that. Now, JB, on the substance of the matter.
Yeah.
Me personally go into details because me feel more of the things need a report and at their MP no akatraying.
But sometimes
no, I agree. The me personally can say I think we need more of common sense than knowledge in this regard. You hear more common sense if you answer than this. So me tie MP no from within a jumano any community no. You do get me?
Yes.
Yes sir. As a one obi ewo entoka na motam ho. Ade en wo se ede ebufu ba korampo no ede ebufu ba. So what I think is that JB here a serious dialogue between the community and the in terms of ahimfo, assemblymen, opinion leaders, and youth leaders. Leadership of institution, Newmont.
Yeah, Newmont.